This is Friday, September 12th. Where are you watching from? Which lottery games do you play if you play the lottery? We are on the tail end of the second largest lottery jackpot in history, which was just won last Saturday by two different tickets. But I know there are people here watching from all over the world. Some of you play Euro Millions, Euro Jackpot, Lotto Max in Canada, Mega Millions, which is happening tonight. If you play the lottery, which lottery games do you play? Comment in this live chat if you are lucky enough to be here right now. And if this is no longer live, that's okay. Put your comments below this video. I love checking out your comments. But I do want to get to this. We are going to dive into all kinds of things, a preview to the next interview coming up on this channel next week. And also we're going to be talking about manifestation in a little bit. But with this lottery prize, I mean, this is history. History has just been made, and there are two tickets out there worth, I mean, it was a massive, massive jackpot. And let's see if we can pull up this, because it was just one. So this 1.8 billion with a B has now gone to 50 million. It was 20 million not too long ago. After it was won, it was 20 million, and now it's up to 50 million for tomorrow. But what is so incredible about this, I mean, that is the second largest. It was 1.8 billion, the second largest in history. There was a jackpot winner from the state of Texas in the United States, as well as Missouri. So two different tickets. So the prize will be split in two ways. So actually a 1.787 billion jackpot. And Fredericksburg, Texas was one of the tickets, which was about close to 80 miles west of Austin, Texas. The other one was in the state of Missouri. So what do you guys think about this? I know many of you guys were playing. So what do you think of this? I mean, somebody out there is holding these tickets. And if we want to, we could go into the numbers, but these tickets worth hundreds of millions, whether you take the lump sum or the annuity. I mean, it's a massive, 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 good Lord, it's so much money. So somebody out there, there's two different tickets, perhaps two different winners, but two different tickets for that massive close to 2 billion prize. And so imagine what those people are feeling right now. And we don't know yet if it's a group of people or if it's just one person, which is more likely, but it could be either way. So regardless, somebody out there, there's two tickets. Imagine holding a ticket worth that much money, nearly 2 billion, but you have to, annuitize before taxes, but it's going to be split in half. So it's still going to be incredibly life-changing. So somebody out there may be one of you. And if it is, come on to this podcast. But even if it's not, you should come on to this podcast, because we interview people who have won thousands all the way to so far hundreds of millions, but it's going to be billion. It's going to be someone that's won a billion. But also with this last jackpot, it's pretty interesting. There were all kinds of other prizes. In addition to the two jackpot winners, there were 18 players who won 1 million by matching all 5 white balls, and 2 players who won 2 million by selecting what they call the power play option. But I know there are people here watching from all over the world, and we're going to dive into this chat here in a moment and jump into your questions and your thoughts on this jackpot. Which lottery games do you play if you play the lottery? Let me know in this live chat if you are lucky enough to be here. And Euro Jackpot right now is up there as well. I think and so is Mega Millions, by the way. Let's pull this up, because before we dive into this, because we're going to talk about manifestation, the next interview coming up on this channel. And but we want to really talk about the lottery for just a moment, because this was history that was just made with this massive, massive prize. And let's see here. So the Euro Jackpot is it's up there. That's pretty high. A lot of places that's tax-free. That's 116 million Euro Jackpot, which is happening right now. Is anybody here playing that prize? I know some of you, because we have viewers here from all over, and many people do play that. But let's also take a look at this. This is for tonight, this Mega Millions, because many of you are in the USA as well. $381 million for the Mega Millions. That's a lump sum of $175 million. I mean, how awesome would that be? A cool $175 million before taxes, so you're not going to walk away with $175 million, but still incredibly life-changing. Are you guys playing this jackpot? Which lotteries are you playing? Let me know in this live chat if you are lucky enough to be here right now live. So let's get it. So we hear Andrew Teague is playing a scratch off. Andrew, I meet and interview people all the time from around the world that have won various prizes, and many of these people have won like major prizes on scratch offs. Some people have won millions, multiple millions even on scratch offs. So that does happen. Of course, play responsibly. If you play, that's, we have to say that, but it's true. It's true. Never spend more than you can afford to part with, and have fun. But it is possible. And that's the thing. When a major jackpot is won, just like this one that was just won in the United States, I mean, many people opt in for that because, I mean, who doesn't want a chance for 2 billion, right? Or, in this case, 1.7 billion, a little over that, annuitized. But the thing is, somebody is going to win it eventually. And all you need is one ticket to enter the storm. But if you're one of the tons of people that play that have not won this, I mean, I played this particular drawing. I didn't win it, but I still feel like it's super, super exciting. You know what's even more exciting? If you play the lottery. If you don't, that's okay. I'm not here to encourage you. But what's even more exciting, I think, is that there's always another drawing. There's always another, like, it goes on and on and on. It's not like one shot. It's not like one drawing. It's not one jackpot run. It always continues. And I think it's fun. But what do you guys think? Play responsibly, though, if you do. Connie Cherry plays Mega Millions. C plays Euro Millions. There we have Euro Millions and Set for Life. Mario, thank you for being a member. Lucky for Life. Tiffany, I've interviewed a couple that have won Lucky for Life, different games, because there's different Lucky for Lifes in different countries and in different states if you're in the USA. And so I know I'm going to be interviewing more for sure. Lotto Max, Sheena B, I wish you good luck in Canada. Lotto Max, super popular game. And I think it's about time to get another Lotto Max winner on here. Euro Millions, Jim Beasley. Hello, Ashanti hello in California. Hello. Nice to see you. Euro Millions, Jackpot, Jim, that's right. Florida, David. And Florida is one of those states that's tax-free for lottery. Of course, there's the federal tax, but for lottery, just for the state, that's tax-free. So that's pretty cool. David, thank you for your comment. And there is a $2 super sticker from Washington POD. Thank you very much for your support. I greatly appreciate it. And I wish you good luck and happiness. Hope you're doing well today. Thank you so much. Powerball, Mega Millions, and Win for Life. Win for Life. I have not heard of that one, but I do wish you good luck. Lotto America and Lucky for Life. Smokey the Bandit, Megacina, and Millionaria. I'm mispronouncing that, but in Brazil, Megacina is so popular. T-Rom, thank you. I wish you good luck. Thank you for being a member. Mega Power and Cash 5. Finland is here. Hello in Finland. I play all the games. Diana Paredes. Diana is playing all the games. I love that. Timothy, before you're winning the lottery, did you play random numbers every week? Yes, I did. I did play random numbers because many of you know I had a dream about it before it happened, and I didn't dream the numbers, though. I just dreamt that it was going to happen. So I trusted, and I still do. If I play more often than not, if I do play, I will just do the computer pick because I feel like that feels best to me. So most people win that way. Most people play that way. And it is, for me, it feels right. 100 million euro jackpot tonight. Casey Dent. Casey, I wish you good luck, Casey. Thanks for being here. Tacoma, Washington, playing Mega. Eagle Smith. I love it. Euro Millions for me tonight, Timothy. Tonight's my night. Graham, I wish you good luck with the Euro Millions. Amazing. So let me know, your questions in this chat about the lottery or my experience winning the lottery. Many of you know I'm writing a book about it. It's one of the biggest, craziest things that's ever happened to me. But we have a couple things I want to cover here. We're going to do our dream drop in a little bit, the wildest, craziest recent dream you've had. So I want to know about that. And we get some really colorful answers, so it's going to be fun in a moment. But I want to ask about luck here. Is luck random? Is it just happenstance, just the right place at the right time? Is it just coincidence when something falls into place? Or is there something more to it? And this doesn't just pertain to the lottery, but just in life in general. Is a lucky, because some people are just very lucky people. I considered myself lucky like way before I won the lottery. So some people just, they have that aura about them. So what makes you, or maybe you're not a lucky person and something lucky happens to you. Is that just the right place at the right time? Or is there something more to that? Can our energy affect that? Many people are into manifestation. Many people listen to their intuition as well. What are your thoughts on luck? Let me know in this live chat, and we will be reading some of your thoughts here. Okay, well, here we go. Luck is both random and manifested, says Vacation Cliff. Luck is both random and manifested. It's not luck, it's quantum physics. Kai Trail. Yeah, quantum physics is very, very interesting. And it's all related, really. Quantum physics, it talks about things that we don't tangibly see or feel necessarily, or we don't recognize it as that. That doesn't mean that it's not there just because we can't see it. So it's pretty interesting. Luck is the law of attraction. Graham, thank you for your comment. I know this sounds weird, but probably, but can you give us the reality of winning the lottery? Like how much your life can change? Well, that doesn't sound weird at all. And I've written pretty extensively about it in this book that's going to be coming out someday. It's going to an editor shortly, so I don't have a release date yet. But it's your life. If you win a major jackpot, your life really can change in so many ways instantaneously. And it really depends upon, of course, how much you win and where you live, but who you are and who's in your life, and who are your friends, who's your family. Do you have someone you're dating? Are you married? Like there's all these, questions that can affect how it changes you. But one thing that is really similar in most people is that it does turn your life upside down or on its head in an instant. And I say this, but it's really, really true. And it's not just monetarily. And that's really cool because it's like all of a sudden you have this magic wand and you can do all these things that you couldn't do before, not only for yourself, but a lot of people like to help other people. So that's awesome. But beyond that, what does it do? Like it can affect, of course, your quality of life, and maybe you're not worried about money. And that's awesome too. But beyond that, socially, like it can change relationships. It can change that sort of thing as well, which a lot of people don't think about until you're in it. And then you realize, and it's true. It's very true. And that's why a lot of people one of the reasons why people prefer to claim anonymously if they have the choice. But that doesn't mean it has to be a negative thing, even if you claim it anonymously, private or publicly. If you have to do it publicly or you choose to do it publicly, some people choose that, it can still be really positive. So that's a long-winded answer to basically just say it really can change your life in so many more ways than you necessarily expect or anticipate. And overall, though, I think it's awesome. I believe luck is trainable. Britt, thank you. And thank you for being a member. I kind of think luck is sort of a mindset as well, because if you expect good things to happen to you, good things are more apt to happen to you. If you expect that the glass is half full, if you're an optimist and you believe that things are sort of the universe and everything is working for you, then you're apt to see those things. I mean, you're apt to see more of that. That's what I think. What do you guys think about that? Positive thoughts, feelings, and energy and manifestation. Sheena B, thank you for your comment. Everything is energy, and I believe what you vibrate, you get back to you. Janine. Mark Houghton, Honda, the power of dreams. Honda. Mark Houghton is actually, so the next interview on this channel, I've interviewed Mark Houghton a couple times before, but the next interview on this channel is actually with Mark Houghton, because it's been 2 or 3 years since he's been on here. He's very much into quantum mechanics, quantum physics, and he's won a number of lottery prizes, and he's very much into intuition and all this stuff that we often talk about, or that I'm interested in, and many of you are as well. So that interview is going to be released early next week, and I'm going to be playing a trailer, like a teaser for that, here in a few minutes. So thank you so much. Great question, Ron. What is the question, Kenyetta? What is the question? I'll have to see. Okay. This might be the question. I don't know if this is the person you're referring to, but hi, Tim. What is your opinion about people who win big lottery prizes after suffering, while others manage to win by being happier and more positive throughout their lives? So what is your opinion of people who win big lottery prizes after suffering, while others manage to win by being happier and more positive? Well, here's what I can say about that. I believe personally that there are many ways of winning the lottery. And for many people, I mean, winning the lottery is like what we're all really seeking, right? Is happiness and freedom and being able to do just live a life where you feel like amazing. And you don't need to win the like a lottery, like the lottery that we're talking about a lot on this channel. You don't need to win that to experience, to have that sort of mentality and life. Like you really, really don't, because almost everybody in the world who is happy, many of you know this, but it comes from within. It's not like it comes from this external lottery prize. I mean, it's amazing if you win the lottery. It's crazy, and it's just, or it can be, but it is not necessarily, it's not going to change who you are on the inside. That comes from you. And so it basically, I think that there are people, I'm sure of it, there are people that have won the lottery, I know it, that have won major lottery prizes that are unhappy. But there's also many people that have won that are of course very happy. And it's just like, it's not a black or white answer. Everything's like nuanced. It depends upon your mentality, like what is your mindset, and how are you living your life. So that's my opinion about that, T-Rom. Thank you, though. That's a great question. Luck is not the law of attraction. Law of attraction is a universal law. The Journeys of Angela Perkins. Thank you for your comment. I appreciate that. Your shows during those big drawings made the experience of that much better. Raymond Knight. Thank you, Raymond. I'm glad. I appreciate that. I'm glad that you enjoyed that. We do try to cover when lottery prizes get super, super high, and we're doing the same thing with Euro Millions too, by the way, but when lotto jackpots get super, super high, and Lotto Max in Canada, but whether it's Mega Millions or Powerball or any of them, because it's inevitable that they will be, it's really exciting. I find it very exciting. So we love to cover that. And because many of you play, and I play, when I can, once in a while, and if you don't play, that's okay. But Tim, if you had to redo the day you won the Powerball, would you do anything differently? Diana Paredes, thank you, Diana. If you had to redo the day you won the Powerball, would you do anything differently? I don't think so. I mean, I felt like I did everything. I don't think I would, because I feel like I don't believe in accidents with stuff like everything that happened before and everything that happened. Like, I don't believe in accidents. I just personally don't. And if some of you do, that's okay. But I believe from a spiritual perspective, and even with quantum physics, which we're talking about and so forth, that it was meant to happen how it happened. And so I'm grateful for it. Thank you, though, for the question. It's a great question. I hope everyone is having an amazing day. Moonchild777, I hope you're having an amazing day. Luck is alignment. Emotion is the manifestation. Soul Poet, thank you. So luck is alignment. Emotion is the manifestation. Okay, well, thank you for your comment. And maybe many people do speak about alignment, aligning with it. And I saw before I even got on here, someone was talking about quantum jumping in this chat. And so that's just one way to describe, getting into aligning with a new reality in your life. And whether you are into this stuff or not, a way to think about it is just there are like so many different possibilities in your life. And quantum physics says that there's all these different dimensions of you. But whether you are into that or not, it's easy for many of us to comprehend that there's so many different possibilities with your different choices. Your different choices come from how you think about something, and whether you believe or don't believe, how you feel about something, and emotion. And it's really all connected. And so it's very interesting, and it's real. I mean, it is. It's on a practical level. Why was your ticket folded in a ball? Did you not think or feel that you had a winning ticket that night? How are you feeling that night? Matt Shapo. Yeah, so many of you know I crumpled the ticket into a ball. You're asking why. Well, I was 21 years old, and I was not the most studious, organized person. And so that's just what I did. And then I unraveled it and told people I was going to win. And that's just what I did. I put it in my pocket. And at that point in my life, I would not have put a ticket like in a wallet or in a folder or something. That's just where I crumpled it up. It wasn't because I didn't believe I was going to win. It's just because that's what I did. That's just how I was. It's a great question, though. When you said connected to the source, how did you know about it? I'm trying to have an intentional, vivid dream, but I always dream about random things. Willie, thanks for your question. So, I mean, whether you call it source or God, like I use the word God a lot, or quantum field, how do I know I was connected to it? For me, I feel like when I get messages in the dream state that extend beyond my just imagination and subconscious, then for me it feels differently. Really, it's a feeling, and it's much more real feeling. It doesn't feel like imagination. And oftentimes I get this sense of, this sounds crazy if you've never experienced it, but this sense of vibration, and I feel that it's almost like a meditative state, but not always the vibration, but it's yeah. So hopefully that answers your question. I'm actually working on I'm going to go more in depth on that, because people like yourself have questions about that, but I am certainly happy and eager and excited to share my own like meditation, like how I do it, what works for me. And what works for me might not work for you, but maybe it will. I think it's fascinating. And when I did that, at least for the lottery dream, I had no idea that I wouldn't even use the word meditation at all. I had no idea what meditation even was. Gifted one. T-Rom, thank you for gifting a membership for this channel. Thank you so much. So one of you has just received a membership thanks to T-Rom. So let's give a big shout out to T-Rom. A big shout out. Yes, many dreams literally come true. That's right, Britt. They do. They do. Many dreams do come true. And whether you're talking about the literal dream or the figurative dream, it all starts with the dream. And it's good to look forward to luck or blessings. I know. Okay, so I know people will want millions. I'm sure it's awesome, but I feel like I want somewhere of 250. So Merlin is going for the $250,000 because I mean that's just what you said. Some people want millions, but Merlin is good with $250,000. So all right, well I respect that. That can still be incredibly positive and life changing, and it is for a lot of people. So that is for sure. Uh, where can we see your episode? Wait a second, where did that go? Explorer Ben, I'll get back to your question in a second. Where can we see your episode of Lottery Changed My Life? I've been looking for it. Sammy Sunshine. So that was on TLC originally. Put that out, and I've been on 2 or 3 episodes of that show on TLC, but it's quite possible that it's been licensed to other places, and it's also, I mean, I don't. So they've shown reruns for years and years and years. So that would be one place, but in fact, I have it somewhere. Maybe I could digitize it and put it on here or something. I don't know if that abides by the rules of YouTube. That we'd have to make sure that it does. But I mean, it is. Some of you have seen it, but yeah, it was a fun show. So many lottery winners they featured on that show. It was very popular too. And where is this question from? Try to think about what you want to dream about as you fall asleep. Works even better if you wake up early, then go back to sleep. Explorer Ben. Well, here's my advice if you're trying to dream about something in particular. I mean, one thing, there's tons of different strategies, but one, of course, is to get it into your subconscious mind. So that means really the fertile time for that, like if you're trying to dream about something, is right before you go to bed or right when you wake up. Like think about it, feel it, become it, live it in your mind, and experience that, and then kind of do that consistently. And then that's one way it can get into your, or anything. Like, many of you know I'm into Muay Thai and sparring and that sort of thing. The more I do that, I literally start having dreams about it because I get so involved in it when I'm doing it. I don't intentionally try to dream about it, but it just happens. And that can happen with anything. It doesn't have to be Muay Thai. It can be the lottery. So that's another way. But also, if you want to have dreams about something that, like a message from source, as we were talking about earlier, or God, or that sort of thing, what I do personally is I will put that intention out to the universe in like a prayer state, and I put that out there and say, please show me this, show me this. Don't show me that. I never say, oh, show me that I win the lottery. I don't say that. I never said that. I never said that before I had the dream about winning the lottery or any of the other dreams that I've had about things. It's show me, because you have to accept the truth of what's going to be shown. It's not necessarily what you want to see. And so, but it's, hopefully that makes sense. It's really something I could talk about for an hour. It's not like a really quick answer, but it's a fascinating topic. And I do believe, at least for me and for a lot of people I know, like if you put the intention out there to be shown an answer to something, or to get encouragement or inspiration for something, then the universe has your back, and it can give you messages if you're open to receiving that. And that's what I think. I don't know, but I respect your opinion, whatever you believe. Where can we see? Okay, we got to that. Thank you so much. And have you ever interviewed someone from Brazil? Not quite yet, but perhaps you will be the first. I definitely want to interview someone from Brazil, and it will happen. Okay, so let's try to get to. So I want to show this preview for the next interview with Mark Houghton that's coming next week in just a moment. So we're going to get to that. Imagination equals creation. Believe and receive. Peace, love, and happy healing. Thank you for your comments. When I wanted something in my dream, before I got to sleep, I pray. That works for me. Yeah, so prayer, exactly, Roxy. Prayer is exactly what we're talking about. Okay, so let's try. Here's here is the preview. So this interview is coming next week. This is with Mark Houghton. He has a popular YouTube channel, but also he's really into manifestation, which is one of the themes of this particular live, and intuition and remote viewing and quantum mechanics. And he's won a number of lottery prizes as well. So here is a preview to that. What is the best way to manifest a jackpot?
The lottery is not a game of luck, odds, or chance. Anything and everything is possible. There is already a version of me that has already won. What you're actually doing when you visualize something is you're pulling up a memory of what you've already experienced. You think that's a fluke? That's not a fluke.
Welcome to Lottery Dreams and Fortune. So what do you guys think about that? Let me know in this live chat. And what are your thoughts on manifestation? What are your thoughts on manifestation? Let me know in this live chat if you're lucky enough to be here. Sorrel Fraser's here. She's a member, and also she is a lottery winner. We've had her on this show before. Postcode Lottery, huge supporter, amazing, inspirational person. Hi, Tim. I hope all's well. Looking forward to the new interview. Sorrel, thank you so much. I'm excited to share it with you as well. I dreamt many times I won. Even my wife dreamt it. I will never stop having a chance till I hit BM. Wow. So your wife dreamt it as well. Wow. And that happens sometimes. People, and it makes headlines. And I've personally met people as well that have won after someone else dreamt about it because we're all about the dream stories. So excited for that interview. K-Trail, I'm excited to share it with you. Before we move on, did you go through some tough times, some kind of test or not? Thank you. Nat Silver. I did, yeah. I mean, I've spoken publicly about the dream that I had before I won. And when I had before that dream, I was in this really depressed, really down on myself place. And I've spoken about like just kind of feeling hopeless and looking for inspiration and a new path and feeling like a new future. And I didn't necessarily think that would be the lottery, but I felt that I was seeking that from God or the universe and just opening myself up because I wanted some inspiration and some direction. And then I had that dream. So that's how it was for me. While you were telling people you were going to win the lottery, did you ever remember praying or asking God to win? So I think I just answered that. And do you think it was God or just manifestation? Well, that brings up an interesting question, which is, what is manifestation? And because people define it different ways, people define God different ways too. But one thing, no matter how you define it, is that everything is energy and everything is connected by energy. Just because we can't see it or perceive it doesn't mean it's not there or that it's not connected. And so just saying that it was the quantum or the universe or God and not manifestation, I think everything is connected. I think manifestation is tied in with this. Our intuition is tied in with this. It's connected. It's not like a black or white. We like to put things in boxes so that we can understand everything, but I really feel like everything is connected and energy extends beyond a definition. That's what I think. It's energy, and it extends beyond this. That's what I think. But what do you think? What do you think about that? I think we can affect things through our energy. Of course, I absolutely do. But I also think our energy is not limited to what we perceive here. It's connected to greater consciousness. That's what I believe. What do you guys think about that? Just wanted to say rest in peace to my dad. Brian went back to heaven on the 4th of September. He would have liked your channel too. Oh, Sherry from New Zealand. She is one of the biggest supporters on this channel. And historically, she has been for quite a few years now, like a huge supporter. And so, Sherry, first of all, I just want to say I'm really, really sorry for your loss with your father. I'm really sincerely sorry for your loss. And uh, I definitely, I wish blessings to you and to your family and happiness. And I'm sure that your dad is looking, down at you. I don't even like the word down, but he's looking at you and watching over you. And yeah, I'm just send my best to you and to your family, blessings to you, and thank you for the super as well. And yeah, you're not alone, and he sounds like an amazing person, so thank you so much. I do believe it's by God's grace he blesses you to bless others, to be his disciples, and for his kingdom. I do believe it's predicted on the foundation you've built yourself in the relationship. Hector, thanks for your comment. Blessing Timothy, thank you for opening my life to manifestation and realizing how much I don't know about finances. I am still winning, but I have a few boxes to check before my numbers hit. Archie Palmer, thank you for your thoughtful message and for being such a big supporter of this channel. I appreciate that. Deepest sympathy for Sherry. That's right, Phyllis. Thank you, Phyllis. I am winning the jackpot, but I'm a little scared of the process as an introvert person and don't want to deal with stuff. So what tips do you give me? Veronica. So you're an introvert, you say, and you're scared to deal with stuff. So if you win the jackpot, you're scared of the process. Well, Veronica, I feel, first of all, I totally get where you're coming from, 100%. Second of all, if you have something happen, it's like a sudden wealth. Like if you win the lottery all of a sudden, and like if something happens and you have to, like you're walking down a trail, for example, and the ground goes out from underneath you. It's going out right now. What are you going to do? Are you just going to stand there and let it take you down? Or is your reflex going to or is your instinct going to make you jump back or jump forward? Like that's just an example off the top of my head. But I guess what happens is sudden wealth is sudden. Like it happens in an instant. And so what you're probably not going to do by instinct is to just sit there, because you're going to feel like you need to move forward in one way or the other, even if you're an introvert. And I feel like that's an important thing, is to get people to help you behind the scenes. And you can definitely get qualified people to help you with all these things that you do not know about how to do it, how to claim it, what to do with the money. And you can get help. And even like if you want, I'm not going to give financial advice, but I'm happy to help out as well for anyone that wins a major jackpot. Just if you want to just talk or run some ideas about like what to do or how to handle certain situations. But yeah, and you're not going to be alone, I guess is what I'm getting at. So even if you're an introvert, you're not going to be alone. Plenty of people are going to want to help you. It's just finding people that you trust, that you're comfortable with. That's the important part. How does someone with a big family handle winning the lotto? Merlin, enough said. So if you have a big family and you win the lotto, well, I mean, that's another thing. I can foresee that being challenging sometimes, because lots of people might want a piece of the pie. So, but on the other hand, maybe you'll claim it anonymously. But let's theoretically just say that you have to claim it, or you choose to, for whatever reason, you're claiming it publicly and your whole family knows. So how do you handle that? What I would do is I would, first of all, speak with a financial advisor and get an understanding of how much I can or can't spend and still be financially responsible. And then figure out with that, how much am I comfortable helping other people, and then come up with an amount. And then I would personally say, okay, well, this person gets this person gets this, and this, just put a line in the sand so they're not continuously coming back asking for more and more and more, because a lot of people will do that. So that's what I would do. It can still be a blessing. You can still help a lot of people. And it is. And so I believe you attract what you focus on the most. Lack or abundance, anything is possible. Thanks for your comment. I completely agree that anything is possible. I really appreciate that. I heard people go out of the country to have ayahuasca experience. Have you ever heard of or considered ayahuasca? I also heard it helps with intuition and connecting to the divine. That's an interesting question. I have never done ayahuasca. I did at one point. I was producing a movie about life after death and trying to get in touch with spirits and that sort of thing. And so we were coming up with concepts about how to do this on camera and make a storyline about it. And so one of the concepts that was proposed was to do that and take ayahuasca and really just go through that experience. And we ultimately did not do that, or I didn't do that, but I know people that do. And yeah, I mean, I interviewed one time a near-death experience survivor on this podcast. I think he was dead for 11 minutes. His body was dead, but he's really into hallucinogens and that sort of thing. At least he spoke about it. And for him, that's how he connect. And I'm not endorsing that. I'm not endorsing any sort of drug or encouraging anybody to do anything like that. But for him, he felt like it was helping him get in touch with things. So, yeah, I don't know. For me, what I'm into though is meditation. And I feel like if you're in the right frame of mind and you're really relaxed, the right state of mind, and you're relaxed and you give yourself the space to let go of the ego, to let go of everything that's happening in your conscious mind and really open yourself up, then I believe you can get real answers. And that, for me, I don't believe I need like something else to get me there, but some people are into that for sure. Okay, that's a great question though. And here, Archie Palmer is a new member. Archie Palmer, welcome to you. Great, thank you for being a member of this channel. We will be doing a members only live soon, and we are going to do this dream drop in just a moment because we do have to get going in a minute. But I figured out a huge piece of my manifesting puzzle. If you normalize what you are manifesting, it will come to you faster. Like when they say act as if you already have it, that is what that means. Juicy slots. Yeah, I mean, act as if, it does mean that. I mean, it's not just acting as if, but feeling as if. It's becoming. It is, because you are what you are. You're not what you want to be. You're not what you desire. You are what you are. And that's what manifestation comes down to. It's like you are what you are. And I am fill in the blank. That's what you are. That's what I believe. What do you guys think about that? I think that's powerful. Even when you say that sort of thing, when you say, I am this, and then put in the blank space what you want to be, and then feel that as if you are. Because it might feel, for me, if I'm trying to intentionally manifest something, then that's what I will do. I am this. And then I do it consistently and over, like not just a million times a day, but, in prayer and that sort of thing. And eventually it gets into, like, you actually start believing that. And that's where the real power is, I think, when it comes to manifestation. Good luck to anyone playing tonight. KD, that's right. Good luck to you. I am wealthy, happy, and healthy. How long did the euphoria and sleeplessness last after your win? Brown sugar. For me, the euphoria and sleeplessness lasted for, definitely, I mean, it was quite a while. It wasn't like sudden wealth. It's like it shoots up like crazy. But then after a while, it goes down like that. It's not like a drop like that. And so for me, it was definitely a few days, but then it was a few months before everything really came down to the new normal. That is for sure. But for me, it was a few days where I really had trouble sleeping. I am enjoying the uplifting energy by the whole community here. Who knows? Maybe all of us here will win the lottery one day in one way or the other. Art L, thank you for your comment. That's right. I mean, there's lots of ways of winning the lottery. You can win the literal lottery. That's totally possible. Always play responsibly, of course, if you play. But there's also tons of other ways of winning in life. That is for sure the lottery, or having luck, having things go your way, attaining success, and a lot of people, a lot of what we talk about on this channel is financial success, but you can, I mean, there's all kinds of success or ways of winning the lottery. Maybe you want to have a great relationship. Was there ever a time you said, I wish I didn't win? No, there never was for me, but it's a very common question. A lot of people ask that question, but I never felt that way. And I never will feel that way, because I'm grateful for everything, even the new challenges that came with it, because it made me who I am today. And that's just the way I think about it. Mental stability is a win. Health is a win. Juicy Slots. Yeah, thank you so much, Juicy Slots. So if you guys, we're going to do this real quick because we're running kind of short on time here, but we're going to do what we call the dream drop. What is the wildest, craziest dream that you have had recently? But put one word in the chat, just one. And I'm going to try to read, I'm going to read quite a few of them here. So just put one word for the wildest, craziest dream that you have had recently. We're going to start reading these off in just a moment. The Powerball winners are keeping a low profile. Lottery 888. Well, we talked about this massive jackpot that was just won last Saturday at the beginning of this live, and it's not very uncommon at all. There's no red flags whatsoever, the fact that no one has claimed the prizes yet, because it's a planning process. There's a lot that has to happen behind the scenes, if you're being smart about it, at least, before you redeem the ticket. So I do not blame them, nor I would be shocked, actually, if someone had come in and redeemed the ticket already. I would be shocked, because I'd be surprised you could get everything together that quickly. But it has happened. Some people have gone in the very next day. So, yeah, I mean, you do you, right? You don't have to hallucinate. You have an OBE without having a near-death experience. We are all souls in a vessel. That divine spark is in every one of us. I actually agree with you. Thank you so much for your comment. Thank you so much. And here is Sherry with the very generous $2 super in New Zealand. New Zealand's next draw is a must-be one because of the upgrade. Well, that's interesting. Which lottery is that? I should actually pull that up. I don't have that up here, but Sherry, if you're playing that, I sincerely wish you luck. And I really, really, I mean, it'd be great to host you on here. And you can even come on here anonymously. You don't have to be on here as Sherry, but I do wish you good luck. Thank you so much, Sherry. And thanks for the generous super. All right, so here we're going to do our dream drop. One word for the craziest, wildest dream that you've had recently. Let's go. All right, first, Edza, okay. Cruise. Lottery win. Okay, that's combined to one word. I'll take that. Homeless. Okay. Parents. Is that good or bad? It's probably good. I'm going to think that's good. Kisses. Sherry. Coins. Truck. Scratch off. Modeling. I love that. Supernatural. Police. Mother. Flying. Jackpot winner. Hyphenated. Yeah, you made one word out of that. Gold pig. Wait a second. That's two words, but that's okay. Ex-girlfriend. Mansions. Peace. Church for the third time. Okay. November. So you've dreamt about the church for the third time? Wow. Is God saying something to you? November. Courthouse. Taxes. Mega Millions winner. Well, that's three words, but you are welcome. You are welcome to say that here. Interview. Hey, I love that. I love that. Coins. Tornado. Skyscraper. So if you're just joining, this is one word of the wildest, craziest dream that you have had recently. We're reading off some of these. Blessed, butterfly, lottery. Look at Tracy, who's in it to win it. Multi-Latin numbers, 20th, and Sona Pavera. All right. My word is Timothy. Rebecca. Thank you, Rebecca. I like how you think. 7-11. 7-11. All right. Mutilation. Phoenix Hamilton. Well, maybe you have a losing lottery ticket, hopefully. Cry. Sorry. And tornado. All right. Sun. Yeah, so we have all kinds of. It's really fun to do this dream drop and get responses. See what is the craziest, wildest dream that you guys have had. But we are just about out of time. But if you appreciate what we're doing here, then definitely hit the like button on this live and leave a comment about what you think about it or what you think about this channel, because I love checking out your comments, and that also helps this video, do well, and I just really, really appreciate it. So wherever you are, and still this dream drop is still happening, but we are just about out of time. Luxurious, we had deserts, fell, finally, Geico. Well, oh my gosh, so Geico, that's for people not in the USA, you might not understand, but that is a huge insurance provider. There's in commercials all the time, and it has this really catchy song. It just gets into your head. Sky, sun, okay, and tornado, okay, all right, Fortnite, shroud, all right. So we do have to get going here. Mariah Carey, all right. Hey, there's nothing wrong with some Mariah Carey, I guess. So, all right. Well, we do have to get going, but thank you guys so much. Watch for this interview coming next week with Mark Houghton. I also have plenty of interviews with other lottery winners that I'm so excited to share with you guys. I greatly appreciate your support. If you're playing the lottery, always, always, always play responsibly. Never spend more than you can afford to lose, but have fun. And if you're not playing, then that's okay anyway. But I do wish you good luck, whether it's with the lottery or in life in general. Destiny favors the dreamers. Thank you guys so much for your support and for being here in this live. We'll see you soon.